Crystal Heroes is a tile placement and area control game that can be played with 2 or 4 players. In its present form, it also is a collectible tile game where you're able to buy booster packs of tiles to create your very best deck. Now let's jump into setup and then gameplay. First, each player must create their 12 tile deck consisting of 3 of each type of card. So 3 melee, 3 range, 3 support, and 3 command. Each player will have a Lord or Lady card. These are called the Immortals and also have a once per game ability. They also tell you what crystals you need to collect to win the game. Choose a Nexus tile and place it in the center of the area of play. In a 2-player game, the area of play will be 5 by 5 tiles. In a 4-player game, it will be 7 by 7 tiles. Each player places their pawn on the Nexus tile and also take their Warp Wink token of the same color. They'll receive 5 orange crystals, which can be used to do certain actions on their turn, and in addition, either 5 or 9 Chaos crystals, these are purple, that are put into the bag with crystals for 2 players or 4 players respectively. Setup is done, now let's take a look at gameplay. Each player will have 5 phases on their turn: Conquest, Usability, Actions, Play a tile, and Draw a tile. However, some of these phases are optional. Let's start with Phase 1, Conquest. In this phase, you'll be able to use tiles already in play to attack other tiles. You may only conquer 1 tile per turn unless an ability is used that allows for a second conquest. At the start of the game, the area of play only contains the Nexus, but as the game goes on, more and more tiles will populate the area of play, making conquests possible. Each type of tile will have their own pattern: soldiers, guards, beasts, rangers, priests, mages, and warlords. Each time a game tile is conquered, the player who won the conquest draws the predetermined number of crystals as defined on the conquered tile. The conquered tile is then flipped over and the crystals that have been drawn are placed on top to be collected. In addition, the player who conquered the tile chooses 1 crystal of their choice from those that have been drawn. That's the reward for defeating one of their opponents. Also note, a green crystal can be any of the primary colored crystals: red, yellow, or blue. Phase 2 is to use your Lord or Lady ability once per game, and Phase 3 is action points. Here you have up to 5 action points. You can use your points to move, collect loot, and warp to your Wink token. Also, you may banish another player back to the Nexus, upgrade a game tile to the next stat level, or scry to look at the top of your deck and choose to keep the card on top or place it under the deck. However, each of these actions also require the use of an orange crystal. Phase 4 is to place a tile from your hand to the area of play. Now this is a required phase. Lastly, Phase 5 is to simply draw a new tile from your deck, and this is also a required phase. Players will do these phases on each of their turns until all players successfully complete either one of 2 possible winning conditions. 1, they collect 3 Chaos crystals, these are the purple ones, or 2, they collect all the crystals as required by their Lord or Lady. Each Lord or Lady requires the correct order to collect a total of 9 crystals in order to win. And that's how you play Crystal Heroes. Subscribe now to our channel to stay in the loop. If you like our work, help us continue by sharing the channel to your gaming group. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.